Chapter 1. The Announcement. The colony of New Horizon had always been a place of uneasy coexistence. Humans and Vey'ani, tall, chitinous beings with 4 eyes and a language of clicks and hums, shared the domed settlement on the edge of known space. They traded, worked together when necessary, but rarely mingled beyond necessity. Then Lieutenant Mara and Taelis, a Vey'ani engineer, made their announcement. The colony's central comms buzzed with the message. You are cordially invited to the union of Mara and Taelis of the Vey'ani. Ceremony to be held at Central Hall. Attendance optional. Judgment discouraged. The reaction was immediate. This has to be a joke, muttered Sergeant Reyes, staring at the notice in the mess hall. It's not, Mara said, stepping up behind him. She crossed her arms, daring anyone to say more. Across the room, Kale that stood motionless, his 4 dark eyes scanning the humans' faces. His mandibles flexed, a sign of tension. Counselor Bryson, a hardliner who had opposed the Vey'ani presence from the start, slammed his fist on the table. This is an insult to everything we've built here. Mara didn't flinch. What we've built is a shared colony. If that doesn't include shared lives, then what's the point? Silence followed. The divide had never been clearer. Chapter 2. The Backlash. The days leading up to the wedding were tense. Human colonists whispered in corridors. Some called Mara a traitor. Others accused her of being manipulated. The Vey'ani, usually reserved, became even more withdrawn, as if expecting violence. Then the vandalism started. Mara woke one morning to find her quarters defaced. "Go back to Earth" scrawled across her door in red paint. Taelis' workstation was sabotaged. Delicate tools broken. Worst of all, someone left a dead Silex, a small, docile creature the Vey'ani kept as pets, outside the hall where the ceremony was to be held. Mara clenched her fists, shaking with fury. "We're not backing down." Taelis placed a clawed hand on her shoulder. "They fear what they do not understand. Then we make them understand." Chapter 3. The Ceremony. The day arrived. Central Hall was half empty at first. Most humans stayed away. Only a handful of curious onlookers and Mara's closest friends attended. The Vey'ani came in greater numbers, their chitinous forms arranged in neat rows, their clicking speech subdued. Mara walked down the aisle in a dress woven with bioluminescent Vey'ani silk, glowing softly in the dim light. Taelis wore a ceremonial sash of earth fabric, a deep blue like the oceans he'd only seen in images. Counselor Bryson stood at the back, arms crossed. "This is a mistake," he muttered loudly. Then an interruption. The doors burst open. A group of human colonists, led by a burly miner named Harkin, marched in. "We're here to stop this farce," Harkin declared. Mara stepped forward. "You don't get to decide who I love." Taelis moved beside her, his stance protective but not aggressive. "This union does not harm you." Harkin scoffed. "It's not natural." Then from the crowd, an elderly woman, Dr. Elisa Park, one of the colony's first settlers, stood. 50 years ago, she said, voice steady, "I watched my husband die in my arms during the first landing. If he had been reborn as a Vey'ani, I would have loved him just the same." She looked at Mara and Taelis. "Love isn't about biology. It's about who you are." Then something unexpected. Vey'ani elder, Thalris, stepped forward. "We have lived beside humans for cycles," he hummed. "Yet we have never truly seen you. Until today." Harkin hesitated. The anger in his face flickered, uncertainty creeping in. Then, slowly, a human in the back started clapping. Another joined. Then a Vey'ani, Soon the hall was filled with sound, human applause and Aitani approval clicks, merging into something new. Harkin lowered his fists. "I don't understand it," he admitted. "But I won't stand in your way." Mara exhaled, squeezing Kael'thas's claw. The ceremony continued. Chapter 4, The Union. They exchanged vows, human words and Aitani harmonics. They sealed it with a kiss, which made some Aitani tilt their heads in curiosity, and a forehead touch, which made some humans tear up. And just like that, the first human Vey'ani marriage in history was complete. The reception was awkward at first. Humans and Aitani kept to their own sides, unsure how to interact. Then Mara grabbed Kael'thas's claw and pulled him onto the dance floor. "You do dance, right?" she teased. Kael'thas let out a soft hum. His version of a laugh. "Not like you do." But he followed her lead. And soon others joined. By the end of the night, humans were attempting Aitani gestures, and Aitani were trying and failing to mimic human dance moves. The colony would never be the same. Chapter 5. The Aftermath. Not everyone accepted it. Some still whispered. Some still hated. But something had shifted. A human child was seen playing with the Aitani youngling, their laughter mingling. Aitani engineer taught a human how to repair a reactor using harmonic tuning. A human chef and an Aitani nutritionist began collaborating on a fusion cuisine. And Mara and Kael'thas. They became a living symbol, proof that two species could be more than neighbors, that they could be family. Epilogue. 1 year later, the first hybrid child was born. Small, fragile, with her mother's eyes and her father's faint bioluminescence. The colony held its breath. Then they celebrated. Because in the end, love had defied all. And that was the most human thing of all. Why?